You ever come home ready to just collapse into your own little slice of heaven, and instead you find a complete stranger in your pool? Her kids splashing, your patio trashed with juice boxes and snacks, and she looks at you like you're the one who doesn't belong. That was the night I realized some people don't just cross the line, they leap over it, dragging their sense of entitlement right behind them. And let me tell you, things got wild before they ever got better. So, my name's Jack Hayes, 36, newly minted homeowner, finally off the apartment treadmill and onto a quiet stretch of Westbridge Lane. My house isn't anything out of a magazine, but it's mine, and the backyard pool is my pride and joy. I sunk every spare dollar into fixing it up after the last owner let it rot. It's fenced, got a simple gate, and I thought that was enough to say private property without needing a neon sign. Apparently, not everyone speaks common sense. First few weeks, I chalked up the odd empty soda can or random dog mess on my lawn as suburban life. Annoying, sure, but nothing I couldn't brush off. Then, about 3 months in, I pull up after a 12-hour workday, desperate for peace. Instead, I hear voices and laughter, my backyard, my pool. I walk around back and there she is. Sunglasses, expensive magazine, and the kind of haircut you just know comes with a complaint form. 2 kids, maybe 7 and 9, going wild in the water. She's laid out on my favorite lounger, acting like she owns the place. I clear my throat. "Excuse me? This is my pool. You can't be here." She lowers her shades and just gives me this once-over pure attitude. "We're just using the pool. The previous owners always let us. It's tradition," she says, not even looking up from her magazine. I mean, the audacity, right? I keep my cool, tell her I bought the place. It's private. She needs to leave, she sighs, loud for effect. Don't be so selfish. The kids look forward to this. And I'm thinking, lady, I look forward to not finding strangers in my backyard. But she gathers her stuff, grumbling about community spirit, kids whining, and I overhear her say, "We'll come back when he's not home." That right there chills. Like, is this going to be a regular thing? Spoiler alert, it was. 2 days later, I walk in on a full-on pool party. She's back with a friend and more kids, music blasting, coolers, and toys everywhere. This time, I'm not polite. "You're trespassing. Leave. Now." She rolls her eyes, tells her friend, "He's so uptight," then starts waving her phone. I looked up the bylaws. If the pool's visible from the street, it's a shared resource. I laugh. Because what? But she's not joking. I threaten to call the cops, and suddenly she's accusing me of discriminating against children, threatening HOA action, saying her husband's cousin is on the board. Joke's on her. There's no HOA on this street. But as she leaves, her kid knocks over a planter, smashes it. "Shouldn't have unsafe decorations near water," she snaps at me. "You'll be hearing from us." I padlock the gate that night, order some private property signs online, thinking that's that. But then I start seeing signs someone's still getting in. Wet footprints, new pool toys, a half-eaten bag of chips floating in my pool. The lock's been messed with. So I get cameras, cheap ones, just to have proof. And sure enough, next day at work, I get an alert. Camera footage shows Melissa, I call her Pool Karen now, boosting her kids over the fence, climbing in after them, using a tree for a boost. That's when I decide, next time, I'm calling the police. I don't even get the chance. Saturday, I'm pulling weeds when a cop car rolls up. The officer says there's been a complaint. Me threatening neighborhood children and denying access to a community pool. I look over. There's Melissa playing the victim, her kids looking traumatized. I keep it together, pull up my property deed, my ID, and show him the camera footage. The officer gets the picture real quick, tells her flat out, this is private property, not a public park. And if she comes back, she's risking charges. You'd think that'd be the end, but the very next day, camera alert, and there she is, at it again, this time setting her kids up to climb the fence. But I was ready. I'd set up motion-activated sprinklers by the pool, locked the cover with a code, even floated 50 rubber ducks for good measure. The footage is golden. Melissa gets blasted with water as she tries to boost her kid over, shrieking and slipping back, soaked and fuming. Next thing I know, she's pounding on my door, dripping wet, accusing me of booby-trapping my yard. She actually calls the cops again. Officer comes out, looks at the footage and, bless him, hands her a citation for trespassing. If you come back here, you'll be arrested. Her face. Man, I wish I could frame that moment. For weeks, she drove by, glaring, but she never set foot on my property again. I finally got to enjoy my pool, alone, the way it was meant to be. Sometimes you gotta fight for your peace, even if it means out-crazying your crazy neighbor. So, who was really in the wrong here?